Kgatlhane.
This year's elections are deemed to be the most interesting polls since the dawn of democracy. The ANC will be going against one of its leaders and former President Jacob Zuma, who is now leading Umkhonto weSizwe party. In a surprise move last year December, Zuma addressed the media about his plans for the 2024 general elections. The former ANC president urged voters to turn their backs on the ANC and embrace MK in the upcoming elections.
I'm calling MK members, ANC members, to vote for me, MK, so that we have a majority to change this country and rescue the ANC.
And while the dust seems to have settled on the controversy sparked by the 2020 farm robbery at President Ramaphosa's Phala farm, a cloud still hovers over the governing party's president despite his assurances that he would subject himself to any investigation. He now has to ensure that the message he sends out on Saturday appeals to party members and voters in general, especially with speculations that the ANC for the first time might dip below the 50% mark.
As regards to accounting to Parliament, I have said that I'm willing, prepared, and able to subject myself to all manner of investigations, as well as inquiries, as well as processes that are unfolding here in Parliament.
In the last election manifesto, Ramaphosa assured South Africans that the party would do all it could to fight unemployment. But statistics released by Stats SA on Tuesday paint a bleak future for the country and its youth. That's after the unemployment rate increased to 32.1% in the last quarter of 2023. Speaking to voters in 2019, Ramaphosa said that the party would create jobs each year.
At the center of our manifesto is really a plan to create many more jobs and ensure that all workers can earn a decent living.
Another stubborn scourge before the governing party, the energy crisis. The country's rolling blackouts are also expected to take center stage in the ANC's election manifesto. Earlier this month, during his State of the Nation address, President Ramaphosa promised that the end of load shedding was at an arm's reach.
We're doing all we can to ensure that we address load shedding. It is a constant problem for South Africans, we know that. And everybody feels it. And it's not comfortable at all. In fact, it does sometimes evoke a lot of anger. But as I've said, we do have the resilience as South Africans to keep on ensuring that we do hope for a better time, and a better time is coming.
The last Ipsos polls has predicted that the ANC will, for the first time in 3 decades, drop to at least 40% in the upcoming elections in May. It also faces the formation of the multi-party charter from the DA and other like-minded opposition parties, as well as some leftist parties pledging their allegiance to the Umkhonto weSizwe party to dilute its majority. The impact of all these permutations will of course only come to light after the 29th May elections. Ntlantla, Kgatlhane, SABC News, Johannesburg.